Hello, hello.
It's Tucker and the Beard, back in the cave.
Back in the cave.
Where we belong, according to some.
I know. Go to your cave. Go to your cave. What's going on? Hey, man. What's going on?
Hey, chicken, how's it hanging? Say hello to your mother for
Say hello to your mother for me. Speaking of that, happy belated Mother's Day.
Yeah.
To all you baby mamas out there. I can't pull it off.
You can't.
All right. That's all right. I try.
No, yeah, we're back in studio. Another movie review. We're going to review today Pokemon, Detective Pikachu.
With a shocking reveal from both. I don't know. I was trying.
Yeah.
My dad puns are not on point today.
No clickbait.
So, yeah. But since
what's going on with you?
Everything and nothing, man. I was like, hey, it was a crazy weekend. Got to golf cart around downtown again. That was fun. So if you see me down there, I'm going to be down there Friday and Saturday.
They see you rolling?
They better be.
They hating?
Hopefully they're not hating. But
patrolling?
Yeah, patrolling? I don't know. But yeah, I'll be down there Friday. I'll be down there Friday, Saturday.
Sweet.
This coming week. But yeah, had that and then went to the movies. Took the kids to see that. Gave my lovely, lovely wife a Saturday evening off. So
that was my game plan as well.
Yeah. Then we did some little bit of shopping.
My game plan didn't work out.
Right. Well, I was gonna say you had a little bit different.
Yeah.
To thing, and then
snafu.
Yeah, and then Sunday was Mother's Day, so
had some babies that weren't feeling so great, so we went and rented a bunch of movies.
Nice. Anything good?
Yeah.
No, not so much.
Watched.
It was like Shazam.
Welcome to Marwin.
Oh,
Steve
okay.
Carell.
Yeah.
Better than I thought it was going to be.
Looks like kind of
not nearly as funny as I was hoping.
Yeah, that's my thing.
He's doing that lately.
But it's gone darker, depressing.
He's doing like Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah. Well, as you know, I can go dark humor. Probably too far at times. We're like reel it back. Mm-hmm. But it's one of those ones where I'm like, it's probably not funny. But I haven't seen it yet. I'll check it out at some point. It looks interesting.
It was not very funny, but it was a good flick. I enjoyed it.
Okay, cool.
And then just kind of laid low, played with the kids, played a lot of board games.
Nice.
My family teamed up on me in a game of Prescottopoly.
Fantastic.
That was a bad decision.
Bad decision because you brought the thunder. Nice. It's
probably not. Wasn't an even battle.
Right. But I mean, they tried. That's cool.
I do real estate every day.
You're right.
And so
that's probably would be right. I was gonna say if I was sitting there playing them, it's like okay, cool. This is what we're gonna do.
At the end of the game, it was
a lot of tears.
Me, my wife, and two of my kids that were playing. And toward the end of the game, they formed a corporation.
Fantastic.
In efforts to defeat me, the evil empire.
Right.
Apparently. But I crushed.
Nice. With one foul swoop.
Yeah.
So.
But no, I mean, it was a pretty low-key weekend, but it was fun.
Nice, man.
Didn't do everything that we wanted to do, but we'll make up for it on a different day.
Right. Well,
what have you been doing? Other than golf carting?
I was like, other than golf carting?
Around on a golf cart?
No, man, just trying to, take as much time. I'm good, breaking up the next 2 days to rejuvenate a little bit.
Yep.
Because you try and take a day off, and it just doesn't happen. So yeah, just been busy trying to make some deals come together and
get some things.
Yeah, like I said, Mother's Day and
practice the art of the deal.
Yeah, and Taekwondo. I don't know.
Taekwondo?
Yeah, something like that.
Anyone wants
some quack foo. Yeah, man, I'm trying to get the IMDb up here while I'm kind of talking. Yeah, just kind of getting back into the spirit of things, talking to a few people for future episodes of Tucker and the Beard cruising.
Sweet deal.
So,
speaking of Tucker and the Beard, find us on iTunes. Step 1.
Yes.
Step 2. Got a hole in the box.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that. Step 2, rate and review our podcast. It helps us out a ton. iTunes kind of has these algorithms that run in the background, and especially for new podcasts, ratings and reviews super duper help. So if you could help us out with that, that would be awesome. Find us on YouTube and subscribe. Just this is a passion project, obviously.
Yeah.
And we love doing it, and we want to share it with as many people as possible. So if you would subscribe to that, we would greatly appreciate it.
Very much so.
And if you would rate and review us on iTunes, again, that would just be a huge help for us. Helps us to kind of climb the rankings and go toe to toe with some of the big boys.
I know, it's super cool. I kind of, tried to call you up, in the midst of your, family sickness drama, out of pure excitement, because at my house I have a Google Home. Not a sponsor. But just messing with it, I asked it to play, and it worked, the latest episode of Tucker and the Beard. And it played it.
Yeah. So
it was awesome.
Spotify, iTunes, Google Play Podcast. We're everywhere. We're trying to
We're everywhere you want to be.
If you like to get your podcast somewhere that we haven't mentioned,
let us know.
Shoot us a message. We'll try and syndicate there as well.
Yeah. You don't want to get into it. You don't want to get into it.
I don't.
You're fighting it.
I wanted to like this movie.
Okay.
I did. Now, I think both of us would say that we weren't the biggest Pokemon fans. It was the touch past our time.
Right. It was, yes.
Children.
Yes.
It got crazy.
Yeah. Pokemon have been out for quite some time, but they were too late for me to, I was of high school age, and it wasn't me walking around in high school all into some Pokemon.
I had a conversation with somebody a couple of years back, and they were, this is right when Pokemon Go, the mobile app came out.
Right.
And they were talking to me, and they're like, I used to love playing the card games, and they were significantly younger than I was.
Okay.
Than I am.
Right.
And the conversation, he's like, did you ever play Pokemon? And I was like, I played a couple of the video games with my little brothers.
Right.
But, by the time Pokemon was really becoming a big thing, I was more interested in ladies.
Right.
than I was about...
I was interested in other things.
Yeah.
And there seems to be an age and, or a thing, because it happened. I used to work at the local video store at Hastings. Mm-hmm. And there would be grown men there playing Pokemon with little kids. Listen, I'm just friendly telling you, there needs to be a certain age where that's just not appropriate.
Yeah,
don't be that guy. It's just weird. But
a
little creepy. But my son, who's 13 now, got hardcore into Pokemon. And he's slowly. It just they finally at a certain point.
Yeah.
You go through your it was his Pokemon stage, his evolution. No, that was bad. Sorry, set me up. But he slowly kind of it's there, and he still has that knowledge. And I firmly say, people that are able to do it, that takes some thought. There's a lot of
I get the merits.
More credit
of the
to
game.
you. I don't know if I'm smart enough to play that game.
Yeah, I full disclosure, was never really into any of the card-based strategy games. Several of my peers were. They liked playing Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Some were playing Pokemon, and then the offshoots of that came out. It just was never my thing.
Yeah, so I mean, I had a little bit of
Cup of tea.
at the end of the day. So I had some, I would say, working knowledge. Who come at the same.
My son, big fan.
Yeah, my son, he's got a huge Pokemon card collection. Got really in, has every single game and everything. So he was.
Okay.
It was really cool to take him and my daughters to go see that movie because they've gotten into it a little bit because he was into it and played some of the games. But one of the things I was talking to him about is that we're in a day and age now where all the stuff that we liked as kids that you would have never thought would ever be a movie or cool
become cool again.
has become cool.
Grown men walking around staring into their phones trying to catch digital monsters.
Right. Pocket monsters. As they are in
directly
what Pokemon translates to. I don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese, so no offense. But taking him to go see that. Listen, I'm just being fair.
No.
I'm just being fair.
Popped into my head as
okay. As we routinely
Japanese,
do. Yeah.
Chinese, Brazilian, I don't know, something weird.
So no offense. But yeah, it was kind of cool taking him to go see this thing that he was very, very passionate about and seeing it in live action to an extent.
Yeah, I'm fairly positive that at least in the background I've seen almost every episode of the cartoon version, which kind of leads to a little bit of my disappointment
in this one. Because it was not
anything like that.
Yeah, it was something completely different. It's its own thing. I mean, I know enough, again, from my son that I'm able to have a working knowledge of somewhat of the storyline. Which, for those who don't, I was going to say for those who don't know what Pokemon are, it's a anime, a cartoon. Where it's...
Now, did the cartoon spawn the trading card game? Or did the trading card game spawn the cartoon?
That I don't know.
Right.
But they're intertwined. So it is a cartoon anime that is about these little creatures, made up creatures, but different ones with different abilities.
Yeah, they're kind of...
and they battle each other to...
They're kind of exaggerations on animals that really do exist.
Right. That they have, lightning powers or fire powers or anything like that. My son's probably shaking going to be shaking his head because he wanted to come here, and it's good because he'd be like, well, listen, the evolution of this one.
If you're a super nerd about Pokemon,
right,
and more power to you,
you can bring the knowledge.
We're probably going to irritate them.
Right, because with all respect, we don't have that much knowledge of Pokemon to be able to speak to just knowing a basic story of it.
But everything I know is from those cartoons,
it was a different...
And then from some of the games that my brother... Like the video games that my brothers played. That's what I know.
Right. And, about the same here. And from what my, son has come and told me stuff, about. So I have stuff and things. Yes. But, it was kind of a different story of that. And it's about a detective that dies. I'm using air quotes.
Yeah.
And his Pikachu.
There's some skullduggery afoot.
Yes, there's. So we're living in a world in this thing where there are Pokemon everywhere.
Yeah.
And this is the world we live in.
Think of, again, for people who just have zero idea of what Pokemon are. Think of if the world changed and we all just carried around different animals of various size and types. That
were our pets, and we could train them to do... Yeah.
Could be a chipmunk.
Could be a
water
bird. Yeah, there was a lot of things. But it's a world where these Pokemon exist, and everybody has their thing. So this detective dies, again, using air quotes, and his Pokemon's, which is a Pikachu, is mind is erased. Memory. Whatever I'm trying to say.
He gets amnesia.
Thank you.
He gets forgetful.
He gets Pokemon amnesia, and the only clue he has
Sounds like Hawaiian Island or something.
It does.
Like a place for a vacation.
Finds an address, goes to said address as the detective's son is showing up.
Yeah. A strange son.
A strange son that has a really hard time. He got the phone call that his dad had died and is there to, clean some stuff up, so to speak. And so meets the Pikachu and can understand him. Normally they don't talk. They don't talk.
Entirely uninitiated. Basically, the way that any Pokemon communicates, the only sound that they make is
their
some
name.
Version of them saying their name. So that's it.
Right, and you can't understand. But he is able to understand
it's like the Dr.
clearly
of Pokemon.
Right. What this Pikachu is saying, and it is voiced by America's sweetheart, Ryan Reynolds.
Who is a national treasure.
Is a national treasure. Yeah. So, and was fantastic. I really enjoyed Ryan Reynolds, but I think I was talking with you about my little bit of a struggle with it. Because it was Ryan Reynolds, who is Deadpool. So, and it's not like he's doing a voice. It's just his voice.
It's just his voice straight out. And it was like...
It was a little distracting.
Deadpool in a kid's movie.
Right. I thought it was going to be like Zipper coming down, the Pikachu, and it's just going to be Deadpool popping out because it was similar humor. Again, not as R-rated.
This is not a Disney property.
I know, right? It wasn't, R-rated by any means, but there was as I told you, the kind of Shrek humor where there was some...
Yeah, they throw...
I just don't want any adult jokes, that sounds bad, but...
the adults. They threw out... This is a kid's movie. Let's just be
straight
clear.
up. Yeah, it is a kid's movie.
We took our kids to this movie. It is a kid's movie. But they threw a few jokes in there for the parents.
Yeah, just because it's like, hey, you're being dragged to the movie. Might as well.
Watching this thing. Let's at least give you a little something to go with.
Right. Which I did enjoy. It was just Ryan Reynolds, even though I enjoy it, kind of took me out of it every once in a while when he'd make his little Ryan Reynolds jokes. And so it's like, oh, hey, that's Ryan Reynolds, instead of going, hey, that's Pikachu. And they had some, and not to kind of spoil it or whatever, but they had some storylines that as an adult you can kind of see coming, or at least I did.
Well,
but
I'll just come right out and say it. I almost liked this movie better the first time I saw it. When it was called, what was it?
Happy Time Murders?
Happy Time Murders. And it was only slightly better.
Yeah,
from a writing standpoint. Yeah. Now, the difference I think between those
they're not puppets.
Yeah. They're not puppets. Well, most of them are.
And it wasn't R-rated.
It wasn't R-rated, and they get a few extra points because it's a kids movie. It wasn't.
Right.
I'm not saying this movie was trying to be something that it wasn't.
Right.
But for me, it just missed the mark. It missed some certain qualities, some certain features, some certain aspects from the original stuff.
Right.
That, to me, would have been the only point of nostalgia and the only reason why I would have even kind of cared about this.
Yeah, it was like, coming from watching the cartoons and stuff, they battle each other with these animals, and that wasn't really there.
No, in fact,
only one scene, and it's over in about 2 minutes.
Well, as the movie's opening, they're kind of explaining this new world.
Yeah, they're in this city. Created. It's this city where Pokemon and humans live together.
Yeah,
and don't
equals,
battle.
And there's no battles. And at that very moment, I go,
okay.
The thing I saw in the trailer. Spoiler alert, I guess.
Yeah.
The fight scene you see in the trailer
is the
fight
scene.
Right. That's the only Pokemon battle in the movie.
And it's over pretty quick.
It's a huge part of Pokemon culture.
Right.
That, to me, it was just really kind of disappointing that they dropped the ball on, or that they removed that from the storyline, because...
That'd be awesome to see.
Yeah, it would have been really cool.
With the CG, they didn't hit it completely out of the park. Like, I'm not going to give them an A+ for CGI.
No, but a solid B.
I would say like
CGI wise.
Yeah, because some of them looked awesome.
Yeah,
and then other ones they maybe didn't spend as much time.
I felt like they phoned it in on some
they
of
didn't,
the
you know, because you got in like at the first beginning, it's showing them in the wild, and you're like, this is awesome, and then they show a couple of them, and you're like, yeah, okay, that kind of looks like a puppet, you know, but all right, cool.
Yeah, it's like I've seen better,
right?
And
but again, that's
multi-million-dollar production, so I expected the Pokemon to look amazing.
Right.
I did expect some battling, some more than what we saw, just again because it's such a big part of it.
There was, you know, story-wise, again, I saw the twists coming.
Yeah,
pretty early on. Again, it's not designed for us. So,
I know, and I keep trying to remind myself of
right. It was, you know, not designed for us, but it was still kind of like, all right. And then one of the storylines with the main character, I would have liked to see kind of a closure to it. You know, it's these Pokemon. Yeah. It's about evolution, and the kind of character just ends kind of where he started. Just
I
don't know.
As soon as I saw Bill Nye Not the Science Guy, I go, oh,
there you go.
I know how this is going.
Yeah, here we go.
I got it.
I was hoping that they wouldn't use him for that, but they did.
But apparently that's
what he does.
That's what he's good for.
Yeah, exactly. So, but at the end of the day, I kept on looking over to, you know, my 13-year-old son, and he had a grin on his face ear to ear.
Yeah, my kids loved it.
Ear to ear, and that's
kind of my stance on it is, like, your kids will enjoy it.
Yeah, and you're not gonna hate it.
No. But don't go in with... I think I actually, for the first time in a long time, went into a movie with expectations that may have been too high. Usually I can see through, and I didn't do a ton of like pre-research on this movie at all. So I just went in going, oh, I like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
The Pokemon concept will be fun for the kids to watch, and and I'll get to see what they can do with some 2019 CGI
and some battles. That'll be cool.
Yeah. And it just kind of missed the mark. It was very predictable.
Yeah.
Half the CGI was good. Half the CGI was Shrek.
Yeah.
So were some of the jokes.
Right. Well, and it was, I told you that I said, you know, it was a good movie, but I felt like I'd seen it before. Yeah. Like it's kind of, and listen, it's 2019. How long have movies been out? Every once in a while, you're going to have some kind of recycled idea.
There is no news story.
But it's one of those things where you go, I've seen this movie before. I don't know what it is, and I haven't been able to figure it out because it's been driving me nuts. But it's...
And the other downside is that when I was like, I've seen this movie before, and it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think immediately I go into, like, my...
And you said it, and I go...
side of my brain clicks on, yeah.
As soon as you said Happy Time Murder, I was like, that's one of them. There's another... One of the twists, I'm like, I swear, I've just watched a movie with this same exact plot. Or whatever, and you're just kind of like, okay.
Well, it's kind of like, what was that movie with Liam Neeson that we saw earlier this year?
Cold Pursuit?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Steel Trap up there.
Seriously.
But it was kind of like when we saw that, and the joke was, oh, it's just going to be taken in the snow.
Yeah.
And we were pleasantly surprised by that one, that it didn't quite take that turn, and it was pretty... I actually enjoyed that movie.
But, in all honesty, with a Pokemon movie... They had so much opportunities, that's never been done. They could have really done some cool stuff, and
they didn't.
Yeah, so could have seen some cool little Pokemon battles, and
there was just some missed opportunities.
But again, it's kids, so
yeah,
we're not.
They didn't make
We're not doing Endgame Pikachu.
Yeah.
But you know, and for what it was, I mean, take your kids and. I say see it, take your kids, take your grandkids, whatever.
It's a big enough, it is a big enough special effects spectacle.
Right.
That
you should see it.
Yeah, and if you're in Prescott, go see it on a Tuesday at your show, because then at least it's only $5 off.
Yeah.
So that's.
Or if you're seniors, it's $5 every day.
Sure.
You're welcome. Take your grandkids.
So that's my 10 cents on that one.
So I'll give 2 cents to that. So yeah. Not even giving that much, because it was like, listen, it's good enough to go watch it with your kids. If it's just you, skip it.
Yeah, don't. So we walked into the theater yesterday. And I've got my kids with me. Sent my wife to go have some child-free shopping experience.
That's nice.
Greatly appreciated. And as soon as we walk in, the first seats, right at the back of the auditorium, is a couple that I'm assuming was in their mid-60s.
Okay. Just the two of them?
Just the two of them.
Okay.
And all of my kids, with the exception of my 4-year-old, who doesn't have that kind of concepts in his brain, but all 4 of my kids at one point were like, what are they doing here?
Yeah.
And I was like,
But I tell you what, my wife and I, when we're in our 70s and we've got nothing else better to do, we love movies, so we'll go see.
And that's the only. It's like maybe they had seen everything else that was showing,
right?
And they chose to go to that one because it was at the time that they could go,
right?
So
killing time till
I wasn't
Endgame.
Like upset with them, for being there, and I didn't think it was like creepy because it was just an older married couple.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah.
If I had seen like some single dude in a trench coat in the back of a kid's movie, I probably would have fought it. But
right. Well, I was actually kind of surprised because the parking lot was pretty full, and I was like, "Oh, everybody's going for another round of Endgame, because it's still playing, or first round of Endgame, because you need to go see that movie." But our theater was actually pretty full.
When I went online to buy the tickets, and we were the first people who had bought tickets for that show.
Oh, okay.
Some more people ended up in the theater, obviously, but we didn't have a whole.
Right. So.
But, I went on a Monday afternoon.
Right.
So, take that for what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Anyway.
Yeah. See it with the kids. See it with the grandkids. So, other than that.
That's really all we got. Kind of feels like a little bit of an off episode.
Yeah, there's only so much to say.
There's just not a whole lot to say about this.
Without kind of spoiling it.
Yeah.
We're always trying to do best by you guys not to go on spoiling things, because that's no fun for anyone.
And boy, do we have a schedule lined up.
I know, it's super awesome. We have it all written out to August. To August.
Yeah, so right up to the end of July. Whew.
Yeah.
We've got this next week.
Next week, do it. Do it. Super excited for next week.
Yes.
Hopefully you can see it.
I don't know if you probably can't hear it, but you might have seen that footage of the camera, but we are excited. John Wick, Chapter 3.
Excommunicado.
Happening.
Yeah.
So we're going to go see that this weekend sometime.
These are gold coins that they use in the movie.
Yeah.
For those that aren't hip and
cool.
with it.
But, yeah. Bunch of new Disney stuff coming out.
Aladdin, we got Godzilla, Dark Phoenix, Men in Black, Toy Story 4, Spider-Man. We're going to do some streaming
stuff with Stranger Things, live action Lion King.
We got it. Tons.
Anyway.
So super excited to get that lined up. We got more cruising episodes coming.
Yep.
Check into the podcast, review, go on our Facebook page if you're not already there.
Yeah. Until next time, he's Tucker.
He's Beard.
We're out.